Hello everyone and welcome to another HD Rider Racing Race of the Week video. In today's video, volume 4, we are at Watkins Glen in the Group 4 Genesis G70. We're starting from the back in our Oceania account, HD Rider Oz. And going into the first turn there, we backed out to let the Hong Kong driver there make sure he didn't take us out, and we're just going to try to work our way up through the pack as quickly and cleanly as possible. Here we are going to the first chicane. Lose one guy and almost get taken out, split the middle and through. I'm not really sure how I got through that, but managed to do it very cleanly. Now we're up in behind the McLaren, I believe. Interesting choice of car for this race. Being an Aussie account, there's drivers from A+ to D in this lobby, so we give the McLaren driver there a little bump, get him going, and brake a little bit early, and then we see an opening coming up. He leaves a little bit too much space going inside, and we just do a little dive there. Wouldn't really call it a dive. Here it is again in the replay. As you can see, we just kind of just like outbrake them really. Nice and clean, and away we go. Alright, so one lap down, we have gone from P13 to P10. Still focusing on trying to catch up to these guys. Turn 1 turns out okay, we get a good run on them. And we're making up time fairly quickly here. Kind of wait until you guys, or until we got this done here. So that fellow there, the Japanese driver, left an opening there, so I kind of just stuck my nose in, and then coming up to the first chicane here, managed to brake late enough and outbrake the other fella, and coming out in P6, so we're up 4 spots already in the second lap from P10. And the Hong Kong fella, he slows down. So this fella here just pushed Ozymandias. He just pushed me out of the way. Doing a little bit of a dive bomb, pushed me out of the way. Got a little drifting going on there. So we just managed to stay up behind him, be a little bit patient. Not give him a little bump there, brake early, and then we go for the same move as we did against the McLaren. Not quite as clean. We give him a little bump on the door on the way by, just to let him know, hey, you know, that's not a respectful way to race, so you get a little bump back, and then we leave him in the dust. So up to P6. Made a mistake earlier, I was only in P7. Up to P6, and we've got a little bit of a gap there. Just trying to be clean and smooth on the inputs. Getting my shifting points at the right time. Trying to catch a bit of the curbs on the way up the hill, as I've done it over and over and over again. It gives you an extra 1 mile per hour and that equates to about a tenth to 2/10 by the end of the straight. We got a really good chicane coming out of the chicane here, and got a run coming around the long right-hander. Good on the inside of the Hong Kong driver, and we come out in P5. Going into this turn, I see an opening on the inside, and there we go, we make it work. As you can see there, just at the last second, he tried to take me out. If you saw it in my rearview mirror there. Not sure why. I think he was just upset that I passed him so easily. And then Ryan goes wide, and we do it again. On the inside, a little bit of door bumping, but very clean as can be. And we're up into P3. Coming into lap 4. And this is where I'm up against the A drivers. In the lobby, I believe. Yeah, so we're making time on Rothman's here, Japanese driver. Seems to be pretty good. Looks like he might be on controller by the way the car wiggles a little bit, but pretty good lines, and could be using a little bit more of the track, but that's okay. And then he goes half defensive. I stayed at the left to make sure he knows that I'm not going to try to pass him. A little bit slow, gave him a little bump there, so kind of backed off a little bit here and just waiting for him to settle the car before I made a run at him. I gave him that little bump, and I know it takes a little while to settle off coming out of the chicane, so we get a good run on him coming out of this turn here. And then we go for the round the outside. He brakes early. Thankfully I was on the left, and we almost get him through the first turn here. He moves over, realizes I'm there, and then he moves over to make space. Really, really good. And again, round the outside. Rothmans leaves me space. I leave Rothmans space. Nice clean side-by-side racing through the two turns, and a double outside overtake, I guess, if you want to call it that. Here it is on the replay, so you can see what it looks like from the chase cam. See, Rothmans comes over a little bit there, realizes I'm close, and then just moves over and leaves that little bit of extra space. I get a better brake on him and carry more speed through the turn. And a little tap there on the butt, but I don't think that was on purpose or anything like that. So we're on the chase against the leader, the Japanese driver. He's got a 6-second lead. It looks like sorry, I'm reading off a small screen. I don't have my glasses on. So yeah, a 6-second lead at the beginning of lap 5. I'm thinking, oh great, it's going to take me the entire 5 laps to catch him. But I was wrong. Time starts coming down rather quickly. Yeah, we're up to, like, by the time we get to the top of the hill, we've caught up 2 seconds on him. So yeah, we're 2 seconds up on him after half a lap. Just focusing on hitting all my braking points, making my turns, carrying the right amount of speed through the turns. A little slow through that one. Still around 4 seconds with the lead. And then coming out of this turn, we get a really good exit. Still decent. Still decent. Lap time's down to 3. Caught up another second. And at this point, I think the Japanese driver is starting to realize that I'm catching up on him fast. And he's starting to make mistakes. By the end of this lap, we're down to under 3 seconds, I believe. So yeah, we just get under 3 seconds after the turn 1 here, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're catching up. He sees we're catching up fast. So that was like 4 seconds in one lap that we caught up, or 3.5 to 4 seconds that we caught up, and he's really feeling the pressure. And coming up to the chicane, this is where he makes a huge mistake. I'm not really sure what happened. I probably should have caught a replay there. But coming back onto the track, oh, he just about takes me out coming back on. But I managed to get over to the left in time to miss him. And already I've got a 1 second lead. Alright, now we're going to fast forward to lap 7, going into the chicane. We've got a close to 4 second lead built up. And oh, just cut the first left-hander a little bit too tight and take a penalty. And as you can see from the replay camera, we just missed it by about a half a tire width. So yeah, with a 4 second lead, 4.5, almost 5 second lead going into the penalty zone. You can see how much a 1 second penalty really takes you. So yeah, we had a 4.7 second lead going in, took the 1 second penalty, and by the time we get around to catching up to speed again, coming into this turn, it's down to 3.1. So the better part of 2 seconds it cost us. Okay, fast forwarding to lap 9. We've just set the fastest lap on lap 8. Coming into the end of this sector, you can see we're 0.0 something behind the fastest lap, and we get a really good last sector, and here we go. Let's see what happens. Whoa, a 56.9, so we beat our fastest lap by almost 200ths. And then again, fast forwarding to the middle of lap 10, just to give you guys, you know, a shorter experience here, because there really wasn't too much that happened on the last 5 laps. So after I passed the fella, so take this opportunity to now to ask you, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Drop your comments in the comment section of the video. I'd love to hear your opinions on my racing, what you think about the race of the week, whether I should continue or not. And once we get to the end screen here, I would be great if you guys could just take a look at some of my other videos. Drop a playlist on the end screen and the subscription. And there we have it. There's our race of the week. Last the first challenge, P1 at Watkins Glen.